The COVID pandemic has affected the lives of everyone and has seriously impacted many immigrant and minority communities. In this time of uncertainty, it's more important than ever that you know your fair housing rights. Under the Federal Fair Housing Act and the Iowa Civil Rights Act, it is illegal for you to be denied housing, harassed, treated differently, or evicted based on your race or skin color, where you are from or what language you speak, if you have children, your religion, or because you are disabled. This video from Iowa Legal Aid's Fair Housing Project and the Fair Housing Center of Nebraska and Iowa will help you understand your protections under fair housing laws. Whether you are already a tenant or applying for housing, housing providers may not deny you housing, evict you, or treat you differently because of fears of COVID infection based on your country of origin, your race, or your ethnicity. Under the Fair Housing Act, COVID is a disability, and the Fair Housing Act prevents discrimination based on disability or perceived disability. A housing provider may not ask if you have COVID, if you've ever had COVID, or if you've been exposed to COVID. In fact, if your landlord treats you differently just because they believe you may have COVID, you are protected. Remember, you can't be treated differently because you have COVID. Here are some things that your landlord cannot require you to do. They cannot require you to quarantine yourself, deny you visits from guests or caregivers, or restrict access to common areas. COVID may worsen existing medical conditions and cause new ones. If you have a disability that substantially limits your ability to provide self-care, work, communicate, move, or think clearly, you may request a reasonable accommodation under fair housing laws. A reasonable accommodation is a change in a landlord's rules, policies, practices, or services to help a person with a disability have equal opportunity to use and enjoy their rental unit. For example, allowing a caregiver to live with you, have a reserved parking space, have a support or service animal in a no pets building, have an alternative to housing inspections or paying rent in person or moving to a ground floor unit. You may also request a physical modification to your housing, like installing grab bars in your bathroom or installing a wheelchair ramp to get into your home. Sexual harassment. Landlords, property managers, or maintenance staff may not ask for sex in exchange for rent, repairs, or other services. These and other sexually harassing behavior are illegal under the Fair Housing Act. It is also illegal for landlords to retaliate against anyone who reports this type of misconduct. If you believe you've been discriminated against or want more information about fair housing, you may contact Iowa Legal Aid at 800-532-1275 or Fair Housing Center of Nebraska in Iowa. You may also contact these agencies